Hello and welcome to Atop the Fourth Wall, where bad comics burn. So, let's talk about Xena. No. Not that Xena. The Xena of Brainstorm Comics. I can't speak to the quality of the actual comics Brainstorm produced, and I say produced because I can find no evidence of the company existing after the year 2000. But here's a quick list of titles Brainstorm made. Alazar's Busty Babes, Alazar, Lord of the Thighs, Buck's Attica, Hammer Girl, okay, that one actually sounds kind of cool, Vampirotica, Vampirotica Lingerie Special, Vampirotica Bondage Special. Although, to be fair, at least they have the decency to label their comics for mature readers. Yeah, Marvel, go to hell. Anyway, I just don't get why they call this series Xena. It predates the popular character, so they couldn't have been trying to milk the franchise. Plus, a Wikipedia search doesn't exactly bring some mythological history to the name. I'm sure someone out there can answer for me, but for now, I've got nothing. So, let's dig into Xena number 1.
Atop the fourth wall, where bad comics burn. Linkara's gonna teach you all a lesson you won't learn. Rusty, you're not the smartest. Likeable, you're not an artist. Anyone who said bad comic published, it can be your turn. Linkara, he's the man. Punch, wears a birdie hat. Linkara, he has a magic gun. Where he purchased that? Linkara. Amazon the drugs, Linkara. This comic sucks, Linkara.
When you had left our pirate...
Wow, it's been a while since we had a cover this bland. And not just the art of it, but the character herself doesn't inspire confidence. A green bodysuit with purple bits all over. Ooh. And she appears to be posing for a bodybuilder's magazine. Oh, and she doesn't have her eyes open. Yes, fear my lightning powers! Where are you all standing again? I mean, there's really nothing else to say about it. What is it about some comic companies that let covers like this go through? It's so unremarkable. Hell, here's the cover of Amazing Spider-Man that was out in the same month that Xena number 1 came out. Sure, that woman looks horrible, but with her contortionist spine and the busyness of it, but at least stuff is happening. On the Xena cover, you have this. Oh, a bodybuilder pose. How fascinating. On the Spider-Man one, you have this. Holy crap, Impossible Spine Lady, yeah, I know her name is Stunner, no need to comment on it, is holding Spidey by the neck while Dr. Octopus's mechanical tentacles are looming in on them and... Wow, it really sounds like I'm describing a hentai comic, doesn't it? The comic's credit page also has a quote from W.S. Gilbert of Gilbert and Sullivan. I shall achieve in time to let the punishment fit the crime, the punishment fit the crime. Why'd they repeat the line? Were they actually singing that line from the Mikado? That makes no sense! It's a paradox, a most ingenious paradox, ha 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 ha, a paradox. We open to the future! More specifically, according to the credits page, 2025. In about 15 or 16 years, we're going to have floating cars and futuristic buildings, apparently. Also, the National Endowments Bureau. In the future, the National Endowment for the Arts is going to take over half the government. Just you wait. Here we see two guys talking about tests they've run on one person. Incredible, a single human that has all 10 of the known endowments. Endowments? Wow, 3 panels in and they're already making a boob joke. Actually, endowments is their word for superpowers. Why they don't just call it superpowers escapes the mind, but hey, we'll let them get away with it. The smoking man says that this person will be a valuable asset to the government. The scientist guy responds, the asset is only 16 hours old. Wait a second, 16 hours? On the credits page, they listed off the endowments that people were capable of having, including strength and vulnerability to several things, including impact, heat, food deprivation, resistance to gamma rays, and the person's lifespan. So, within 16 hours of birth, they've tossed an anvil at her, set her on fire, subjected her to radiation, and somehow determined how old she's going to live. The future is scary. They decide to name her Xena. Apparently these are the same guys who named the 10th planet. And we cut ahead 23 years later. Some sort of monster who looks like the cyber demon from Doom is holding a woman hostage for ransom money. Since the time runs out without the ransom paid, he decides to kill her. However, a crash interrupts and, much to the shock and amazement of the cyber demon, it's Grim from Doom's 4! No, actually the guy's name is Jack Justice.
Now the way this works is I'm gonna give you the usual chance to surrender, and you, being the mindless jerk that you are, aren't going to take it.
Oh, I see. Jack Justice is the director. The cyber demon keeps on shooting Jack, but he has God mode switched on, so he's invulnerable.
I strongly believe in crime and punishment. You see? You see how I hit you there and said punishment? Damn, I'm good at this hero thing.
The cyber demon tries to surrender, but Jack then just punches the poor thing to death. However, when Mr. Justice starts implying he's going to rape the captured woman himself, Xena finally appears. I've told you before, Jack. Cross the line, pay the price. That'll be $4.99 plus tax. Xena is watching. So go ahead and keep doing whatever it is you're doing. I'm just going to be watching. Jack decides to attack Xena.
It's your funeral, babe.
Don't call me babe.
Xena decides to start providing exposition while she fights Jack, explaining that when the endowed break the law, it's up to her to provide capital punishment. Apparently, jails are too full to keep locking up supercriminals, and some of them are too powerful to keep behind bars. So for 3 years now, I've tried to make it very clear. Cross the line, pay the price.
Lady, I'm a charred skeleton now. There's no need to provide exposition.
So Xena blasts off and lands on a rooftop. There's a guy waiting for her that reminds me of the cover to Sci-Spy. Does this guy like his war cold and his champagne too? Mr. Williams?
No, Starchild. Sebastian Starchild. The dating service told me that you like to make grand appearances.
So eHarmony of the future has expanded to help superheroes find dates. As it happens, she asks if he's invulnerable, which he confirms before they start making out. My day's going great! I killed someone, I got to watch some people, and I get to make out with a super spy! Elsewhere, we meet up with a group of supervillains talking about Xena. I love this guy right here with the bouncer look and the R's on his shirt. I think I'm going to call him Mr. R.
She'll kill us all before long. I don't like fools who face people when they talk to them.
The other villains tell Mr. R that they're going to gather together to stop Xena from killing them. We've had enough of this double standard. When the unendowed break the law, they get sent to jail. We get murdered. Well, here's a thought. Stop breaking the law. This does bring up a good point, though. Is Xena really the protagonist? You'd think so, what with her name on the cover and all, but so far, she's not all that likable. Yeah, she saved that woman from being raped, but you notice how she didn't stick around to help her after murdering Jack Justice? Oh, and what's with the symbol on this guy's outfit? Is it an Oreo cookie? A yo-yo? Anyway, the group decides to go after her, but Mr. R doesn't think they're strong enough to take out someone like Xena. So the group starts looking around for her. This is a big... Wait! A big what? A big waste of time? Yeah, I could tell that just from the cover. Xena spots them, however, and their surprise attack is foiled.
Full shields! Thruster at max! We'll ram her!
Yes, you'll ram the woman with super strength with your vehicle. These guys are begging to be killed off. Although apparently what really makes this plan fail is that Xena just blasts the thing out of the sky. Notice how the villains can all fly. So why did they even need the jet? The supervillain here, who's never given a code name except for Kim, calls Xena a murderer. I'm no murderer. I simply punish the guilty by killing them without due process. Wait. So Xena frags them all, and again going off about justice and the law and stuff. You know, I don't need some crappy indie comic to do this. I can just watch that awful Sylvester Stallone movie version of Judge Dredd and get the same thing.
I am the law! I am the law! You betray the law! Law!
Oh, yeah, that was the end of the comic. And wow, what a comic, eh? I can just see the advertisements they must have made. Never before will you learn so little about a character. The blandness just sizzles off the page. She likes to watch, and that's not nearly as exciting a concept as you'd think it is. Oh, but just to pad out the book, we have a couple of black and white covers from other comics. Why? Well, since this line was just full of semi-porno comics anyway, they wanted to remind the audience that they could get their share of boobs from other books. Oh, but we also get this 2-page preview of another book featuring a character named Luxura. I am the vampiress Luxura. Some of you may have missed my first appearance in Vampirotica. Hi, I'm Troy McLuxura. You may remember me from such comics as Boobula and Interview with the Vampire Porn Star. Brainstorm Comics has decided to record the events of my life, as well as some of my blood relatives. Yeah, she appears in the first issue of another character's book, and that somehow justifies sales and giving her her own book? Right. These events will involve action, adventure, romance, and the expression of desire that one being can have for another. You know, all the stuff that wasn't in Xena #1. What you see before you are some of the actors in a haunting play of flesh and blood. My God, she's right. Why, just right there we see Alec Baldwin and Janine Garofalo. And no, I won't tell you which is which. Read me. You won't be disappointed. Read you, huh? I'm guessing you're either an issue of Time magazine or a DVD repair manual. This comic sucks. It's dull, it's unimaginative, and completely uninteresting. But hey, at least it isn't Countdown.
From atop the fourth wall, the panels of the printed page, the annals of a comic book generation. Welcome to the shadow of a noble nerd's rage. No comic shall escape from the conflagration. Linkara is here. Rejoice as the bad comics burn. Linkara is here. You betray the